What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review the sixth album by American rapper and former Cash Money Records rapper BG. Based this particular product is called Livin Legend, and it came out in the winter of 2003. Now within first, but here are a few things within these type pitches. For the pitch behind it, yeah, the ruins particular mess within the sense of products. I mean, it was a mess in the past, but this is the particular pitch. The cat, as you can see right there, is kind of being playful pitch like that, which is not a problem with the pitch. She's gonna be kind of swipey if I try to clean the chair and fairs like that where she's at, right? With she's gonna be kind of swipey if I try to clean the chair with the pitch like this. So it's the fairest part stand with the products of it. Now the room may not actually get clean pitch like that, but just the fairest part stand is the fairest. If you're noticing, there's more mess than normal within those type pitch kind of reason. Just trying to the phone wasn't working, so trying to get the other phone to get that within the product, and it was in here, but pitch like this. So within the phrase, as far as saying paying attention towards it, so within the aspects as far as getting towards like the product of it here, pitches like that as far as you're supposed to have basically the particular fair amongst this product. This is a double disc album, so within pitches like that. Now within the phrase, the aspect behind it, I'm going to review disc 1 of this now. I will return to this album later within these type pitches, the aspects as far as saying this is really an approximate kind of 36 song double album within these sorts of pitches. So it's not just like Tupac All Eyes on Me size pitch like that. So it'd be the pitch as far as instance paying attention towards it. But this is a classic within the disc 1 type fair. I would get the feeling disc 2 is probably just as hitting pitch like that. So it's within the phrase as far as saying, but this is ballistic type fairs. BG has a pretty prolific type output pitches like that. He had a steady stream of albums that dropped in the 2000s within those phrases before he went to prison for a pretty distant while after about 2009, 2010. He got out of prison, like I want to say in like either 2023 or 2024 after being in there for like 13, 14, 15 years. It's pitched like that. But then these particular type aspects as far as the fray kind of has this blistering typeness, getting towards this classic here pitch like that. It's this ordeal as far as saying, I'm going to review disc 1 now, get to disc 2 later, so these the pitches. I do have another BG review that's coming with this particular set of reviews that's happening with this one. It's not this particular one, but it is Life After Cash Money pitch like that, so some hit type appeals. I do go back with that particular album, had T.I. on there and pitch like that, but just being able to say this was amidst like the particular Too Fast, Too Furious era and things like Pimp My Ride and some of those type pitches. Those aspects like the particular car-centric, this type buzzing type feel within pitch like that. Just a glam type factor, a street racing and some of those type aspects, Midnight Club and some of those type fairs within pitch like that. It had the hit type feel as far as getting towards it, but the actual pitch when paying attention to it from like a music kind of standpoint, fucking with songs by Manny Fresh like Real Big and some of those type ones pitch like that, and just the regular big off the Big Timers album, some of those I pitched that are kind of more garage and shot bound. This is not as much full bound garage and shot bound, but it does kind of have the pitch as far as saying it's just kind of a muscle. Like I didn't designate as much full bound when I did the descriptions of this album. I did the descriptions of this I did the descriptions of this album pitch like that, but it is kind of fair of just having activities to do. It's kind of within pitch. I think the composition kind of amongst as far as saying some of these type of phrases, yeah, this is kind of like a smoke a bowl and smoke some grape and strawberry sweets type album pitch like that within these phrases, but it also has a complex like some further type phrases, so just like the collective, just things going on us within the pitch, paying attention to BG kind of being selling like rampant cocaine and pitch like that, and I would say it's full bound to that pitch, but just the product of just like the sales of a pitch like that, it's very as far as saying just the aspect, probably within the aspect as far as saying it's not going to be as full bound kind of true crime type games and Max Payne type fare as full bound within prolific type pitch. Now it's not to say it's not, but it's just the pitch as far as saying the product of like the activity type fare that goes along with this kind of pitch, but just paying attention like the activity of the sorts that kind of go along with it, the aspect the aspect within the particular fairs amongst the fray of like the prolificness amongst this album's kind of pitch, it is finding like the shit within the product, the goings on within the pitch, it is not getting within the caught up type fair, scene as BG went to prison for 14, 15 years, so it's pitched like that, sounds the phrase. It has that sort of aspect, and it's not to say it's like a prolifically kind of crazy, but it's just kind of pitch as far as saying just the product of this. BG was a little bit different from like the normal type flow. Now he did have pretty prolific type albums like Checkmate's really good. Life After Cash Money, from what I remember, is real good. Some Step 1's is the early 2000s when he made songs like Bling Bling and pitch like that, but it's kind of fair. Apart from like Bling Bling and Some Step 1's, he didn't really have that many chart-centric. He was always the one that kind of got caught up more and had more issues within the phrase as far as like the aspect, like the conduct. Juvenile had like early kind of hits within those phrases, and then of course Lil Wayne was pretty candidly popular. Turk went to prison, but BG kind of had Just kind of in between like drug usage and then just prison sentences, pitch like this. So just within the phrase, as far as paying attention, just kind of an edgy, just a little bit edgier, a little bit more straight raw, kind of Lil Wayne, a little bit less chart centric, kind of juvenile sense to pitch. So it's just kind of probably as far as saying just paying attention towards it. So it's just the aspect as far as getting towards like the aspect. It has the same sort of hit type appeal. Definitely like getting some of those type of phrases, but just the pitch as far as just paying attention like the product to just talking chops, kind of fair as far as just like those products to just like the aspect. It's just kind of like a sludgier type alternative to like the Freight, considering that Lil Wayne was completely quiet in 2003, and same thing with Juvenile for the most part until the end of 2003 with Juvie the Great, as far as the specific answers. Within pitch for us saying the pickup for some of those type ones, it's a pretty good just streak of how things kind of were within those pitches, but just paying attention like the product, some of those type phrase. the the prolificness, but just not getting caught up with some of the pitches. So it's just the aspect for us the fair is going to happen, but it's the product definitely within those aspects. Simple enough type freight, PlayStation, all and some stuff pitches, aspects alike. Frequent kind of Taco Bell visits and fairs like that. So it's just pitch, not within the aspect of being soapbox and kind of preachy pitch like that, but just the fair, just paying attention like the varieties to just the aspect within the tone and just the goings on as far as this pitch, I haven't paying attention towards it. If it's more going for more like the keep it real type aspects within the tone of the album as far as like the pitch of like going with like the Ramsey within the same type Ferris is the pitch, something to pay attention to pitch like that. But just the fray hit type feels, this is more back with the edge type factor when some of these type frays had that more candidness where it wasn't quite as go to bed at like 9:30 and 10 o'clock p.m. pitch like that, more 24-hour type spots and pitch like that amongst these phrases as far as like the tarot kind of goings on. Now within pitch for us saying the product kind of amongst it, yeah, it's kind of on here within these sorts of pitches, and it is kind of within pitches like the tarot kind of happening. It was just kind of pitch for us saying just the product to some of those type phrases. So just additional type things within the product, not this. Not just smokable and nachos, but also like the extra type shit within the goings on within the pitch, whether or not just tuning up vehicles, fairs like that, just garage and shop type area, just pitches to some of these type prices, extracurricular type things kind of have within the product, or further type things apart from this, getting stoned in particular, having like some good Taco Bell. So it's just pitch like that, just some extra type fairs to throw in. That's the pitch what I was getting towards the product, just extra type fairs as far as activities with like the goings on like the later kind of dust shift and night shift, but just not within product getting caught up. So just pitch some of those type phrase pitches, pay attention towards it, but it's the aspect just fair as far as saying. But I look after it, so yeah, there are two singles off this product as far as these pitch can happen, paying attention towards it. So one of which is I Keep It Gangsta's hitting type ones like a grand kind of dance club fury and throw money as far as these pitch can happen. And this is pretty good BZ fit type album. It's pretty good BZ type fit of an album as far as these pairs going to happen as well within pitch like that. May not have like the particular kind of grandiose type one within pitch as far as like talking about like a bling bling, this kind of distinct type one, but it is kind of pitch as far as saying to some of these type ones. BG's kind of on like fabulous type shit on here as far as these pitch can happen, but just more kind of like an edge type factor. So this kind of pitch, this kind of BG's kind of an uptown type rapper as far as these pairs going to go. So it's just basically like getting some of those summer rips like Can't Let You Go, in particular like Into You, some of those, someone not as full blown glossed out as those, but just kind of pitch it just like more uptown kind of slummish type atmospheres pitched like that. So this is kind of like an uptown type fabulous with BZ type fits for us to pitch down, but section type pitches within those type rights to pitch like that, just kind of detour taking like gal kind of within the aspect of like a date going and paying insurance type bills, pitch like that, going to Wendy's and then paying like your insurance off, some stuff pitches, getting like an oil change, kind of considering that like a date, some stuff pitch like that. So it's kind of fair as far as saying it's kind of variety. The aspect, yeah, I Keep It Gangsta hitting type ones like a grand dance club fury to get and throw money as far as these pairs can have them, just court galley, I'd say here. Definitely court galley with some of these type aspects on the dance floor pitch like that, some of these type prices. Kind of the aspect, kind of like Back That Ass Up by Juvenile, Bling Bling, some of these type ones pitch like that. This standard kind of late 90s, early 2000s kind of Manny Fresh type era. Even though this album is not produced by Manny Fresh, it's not really on Cash Money pitch like that, but the fair is probably saying just some of those same type prices. So this leftover type vibes ripped out of 1999, 2001. This All Night Round's going to get towards here, just a hot type one. Some buzzing typeness, pitch like that. Hottest of the Hot's the second single. I Keep It Gangsta was a top 75 single on like the R&B and hip hop type charts. So good, nice pitches, but it didn't get to like the full bound kind of widespread swing. Was good pitch as far as he's supposed to have excellent type fares. But Hottest of the Hot second single, good follow up. It's like a getting turned up kind of bling era type jazz pitches like that. Definitely sip slow and get right as far as he's supposed to go. So get the tear up in your system. So the pitch is just an excellent kind of follow up punch. So it's just the fair, good, nice. Good, nice club kind of 1-2 punch as far as these first games, excellent type. Good, nice club kind of 1-2 punch as far as these first games, excellent type pitches with that, just within the variety as far as saying. I'm paying attention towards it. Some hit type appeals within the aspects as far as the first going to happen. So just paying attention like the pitch behind it, getting towards the phrase as far as these aspects going to happen. The whole particular album, like I said, recommend. Now, the only fair about it is, within these type ones, there's 15 songs I'm going to talk about on here. There is one skit that the club scene is a skit. The intro is kind of the same type pitch, and Hottest of the Hot Beat and Ass remix is kind of the same type beat as the original Hottest of the Hot. Just to be able to say within these type pitches, but I look after here. To be able to say some of these type ones. So one of which is I'm Out Here within these type pitches. So this like. So hitting type ones like Amid Some City Nights Weaving and Moves as far as these first going to happen. Definitely Food for Less type runs. Pick up like some $5 vodka pitches like that. Pick up like some $5 vodka pitch like that. Frozen pizzas. It's kind of in and out within the household type fare. So just the pitch of kind of not just coming home, going out once or twice, but kind of pitch just standard type phrase. Just like, hey, gonna get this pizza. Then after that, might get some Swishers. Then after that, might hit up the park within the legality of it. So it's the first. It's kind of the product just out in these type phrases. It's kind of the pitch for saying some of these type ones. You would definitely kind of feel like within those atmospheres that within the kind of than like the loominess of the song, you would think there's more going on within like the pitch of this more than just particularly picking up like a Tony's pizza or something like that, but it's hit type aspects within the fair as far as saying just some further type phrase amongst it. A tombstone, some of these type pitches like that, it's excellent type phrase from the aspect, but standard fair is just kind of out in the fray pitches like that. It's kind of the post up. Buck with Pulp Fiction for a spell, pitch like that, meme dive a little bit, go smoke a bowl outside, get a strawberry sweet going, since the pitches to get towards the product of just out in the fray, pitch like that, hit type ones. Bat 'em up's the hitting type one as well, it's like a basic uptown flex and stroll to kind of get towards here, just a corner store run, I'd say, get some gal favorites going, definitely pitch like that, pick up like Hairspray and pitch like that, Netflix gift card, just kind of a park John as well, get towards the park, get some smokers going within legality. So some of those type phrases, just being home. Kind of a more urban kind of homestead type one pitch like that. So some of those type varieties, it's kind of aspect within a John Mayer type variety, but just more within uptown type sense. It's kind of like a slumish type aspect to like a song like No Such Thing. Some stuff pitches like that, it's hit type appeals. Picking up Swishers and Tums, some of these type pitches amongst it. Good varieties like that, or Pepto Bismol, some of the pitches amongst it. Fairs like that. 7-Up type pickups, some type varieties. RIP is the hitting type ones, like a vintage kind of checkmate in early 2000s kind of BG to get towards here. It's definitely like off of some of those type phrases from like those aspects. This chummy kind of gray sky. Like a chummy kind of gray sky day, kind of pour out beer for pals, obviously pitch like that. Some of the phrase it's kind of bummed. Some of these type products amongst it. It's kind of good radio breakthrough. Some of the pitches it's kind of neat of like a porch sit and collect with pals. Some of the pitch and just smoke a long bowl pitch like that. Get some good nostalgia type stories going pitch like that. Reflect a bit and just get get some Popeyes and feeling right as far as this is going to get back on the train tracks as far as this is going to happen. Definitely some Adam Sandler, you can do it type memes within the stupidity of it, pitch like that. Not to say they're stupid, but just the pitch, just being slap happy and pitch like that, excellent type phrase. But pitch as far as saying do what you do is the hitting type ones, like a jumping kind of skeletal buzz hit to kind of get towards here, just further bang type rounds. Further bang type rounds from hit type tunes like Hottest of the Hot and Keep It Gangsta, some of the pitches like that. Just good dance type jam within those aspects of this further type phrase. There is a few good several type ones. It's kind of pitched within these type varieties. These have some hit type appeals within the dance type variety pitch like that, but it's just kind of aspect as far as saying the only real thing within the aspect is just probably getting this is just something that hadn't quite made the full bound jump quite as full bound to like the Dr. Dre kind of Eminem 50 Cent type era songs that pitch within the aspects. Not to say like it didn't, but it's just kind of pitch as far as saying And it's not like that was like the full bound mainstead type thing, but just the pitch, the transformation that Lil Wayne kind of went through as well when he got to songs like Go DJ and Bring It Back, some stuff once kind of aspect as far as saying some stuff pitches, kind of the variety. Then those as it's not to say within pitch that the songs are not hitting, but it's just kind of aspect. It just feels like it somehow misses like some sort of rote typeness. Some stuff once just the aspect. These tunes definitely bitching pitches like that, some hit type feels, but it's the aspect as far as just like when you think of like you think like a hit club song by Juvenile, like In My Life or some of those stuff ones, just kind of pitches some of those stuff fairs, but the aspect Real Big by Manny Fresh, some of those stuff ones, and Still Fly by Big Timers. So it's a pitch as far as saying there's still some pretty good edge type factor pitch like that and hit type aspects. Only for You is hitting as well within these aspects. Nice radio nice radio grab on here, pitch like that. It's like a good Fabulous style kind of radio grab to get with like an Uptown Jostle, I'd have to say. Good pitch. Like an Uptown Jostle, I'd say, pitch like that. Just detours and time waste as far as these detours and time waste, I'd say. Sometimes that fair is just Tell Me More, definitely mod as far as these pitching happens within products process and get towards the product is getting gal to pour her heart out, pitch like that, sends the price, just one thing aspects as far as saying, but just the product, some of this type one, so just kind of uptown pitch like that, sends type products as far as just like if you would have to pay like child support or something like that, or just the pitch of having to visit like a particular kind of car insurance type company, some of the pitches, other type phrase, home insurance, just tax paying type phrase, TurboTax type season pitch like that, some of the phrase just missed the aspect, but just kind of within that uptown type jostles pitch like that. Make a date out of it. Some of these stuff fairs go pick up like particular Yorks and fairs like that. Get like a nice vanilla Swisher Sweet lit some stuff fairs for the product of not having to full bound type drive, but just the pitch just leftover type prices that kind of settles in. Go out to like a buffet type restaurant like Ryan's, some stuff pitches like that. Some varieties. My son and daughters, a hitting type one as well. It's like a quality lace the house up and keep things golden as far as these first games. It's a straightforward type one within those type pitches. Bills pay and food drops as far as these first games. This kind of pitch of picked up like a nice kind of picked up like some egg rolls for a diva pitch like that. Since the fair is extra type products within it. Extra type products and puppy chow, since the fairs just kind of take the edge off, or even the full bound type Monty of full bound type meals pitch like that, since that phrase pitch like that, but get the bills pay in there, hit up like the mailbox, since that phrase. Envelopes pick up some type aspects. It's basic kind of homestead type tending pitch like that, which is kind of the phrase for us saying. Now there were songs kind of within those type varieties, unlike the Carter by Lil Wayne with songs like Miss My Dogs and some stuff ones like that, but in terms of like the pitch of just like having to pay like the home deed or fairs like that, the realtor type days of just coming through with like the property and electricity type bills, the aspects as far as some of those type as far as getting towards it, but good pitches there as far as the pitch kind of happens. I don't think I've talked about Cleanup Man Part 2. It's the hitting type one's like a good gulag and surf through as far as these pairs. I'm just normal kind of everyday product, I'd say here. Some of those type phrases just listen to within a good classic kind of cash money type sense pitch like that. Just McChickens, definitely a pick up sense of fairs, just kind of chirp folks sense of fairs, figuring out the next modes towards as far as getting crunk towards it. Just coke gal along the way, sense of pitch, just being like, hey, you know. Why don't you make McDonald's dollar menu jealous again with your cooking as far as these first guys have some of those stuff pitches like that, but it's kind of phrase for us in this pitch like that, some stuff first, but it's kind of aspect. Not to be a full blown ass con to the pitch, it just like being horrid, but just the pitch, just some of those type phrases and aspect is fairs like that, just kind of very good Master P type style type pitches, so just like 3 o'clock, 4:15 p.m. type ness within those aspects for us the first guy have an excellent type fray. Ducking the Laws, the hitting type ones, and our good Master P kind of no limit / cash money type fair pitches like that. It's like some on some shit, kind of mystical, kind of disarray. It's like some on some shit, kind of mystical type disarray to get towards here, just kind of within the product like songs like That's the Nigga and pitch like that. It's kind of a twitchy type song within pitches, some of their phrase. It's got to get things done within pitch like that. It's kind of a plan switch, so it's kind of those phrases like things were going to happen within the pitch. You were going to go to Taco Bell within these pitches, but like particular got pissed off. Now you're going to go to deal. So Now you got some business or leftover work shift kind of take care of pitches like that. Some of those stuff phrases kind of aspect. There's kind of some improv's going to get towards them pitches like that. Your homies need like your home. Your homies need like a helping hand, or maybe like particular diva doesn't want to make like ravioli now, so you have to make something else now. Within the pitch, a little bit more frenetic within the pitch, just like simplistic type things, but kind of pitch of just kind of dealing with curveballs and pitch like that as far as those pitch games. So just kind of improvs to kind of deal with that particular momentum as far as those pitch games, but just from the aspect kind of definitely twitchy, get some smokage in your system. If not having to drive too full bound, pitch like that, get some strawberry sweets going, pitch like that, since hit type peels. Just like that is a nice one with these aspects as well. It's like a breezing along and big timers light kind of break free to get towards here. Just some dazed kind of sunshine, I'd say, pitch like that. Get like some barbecue, some of those type fairs. Obviously fairs like Arby's and other type places like that. Some barbecue type spots, good pitches. Just some tune-ups kind of get towards within the standard kind of day fairs. So just oil change, some type products, get your tires filled out. Some type products, just other type fairs, just tune-ups for the vehicle. Checking like the transmission, some type products amongst that. Basically on big time. This is more big timers in like the 98, the I got that work type days. The I got that works part 1 and 2 from 98 and 2000 as far as those pitch games. So within pitch for us and some of stuff ones, not quite as hood rich type glossed out pitch like that, but just some of those type of appeals, just like that particular kind of garage and shop kind of sunshine type fair within pitch, just like days of kind of nest. This great kind of 2:30, 3:45 p.m. type nest pitch like that within those phrases. Just standard kind of muscle day fair pitch like that. Definitely get some barbecue in your system. Fairs like that. Get the day fair tending possible tune-ups within these type pitches. As far as the fairs, got excellent type fairs. Yeah, excellent type fairs pitch like that. Reality check part 2 is the hitting type ones, like a neighborhood weaving to kind of get towards here. This early bird kind of dat piff type snack runs pitch like that, in like an early 2000s type fit. So these are some of those type ones that 3-6 Mafia will kind of do on the regular throughout the 2000s decade pitch like that. Now it's kind of within the aspect kind of it feels stereotypical within these aspects, but it's hit type appeals as far as the aspect. This has some commercial kind of breakthrough, just a more vanilla type snack run type fair within pitch like that. It's kind of variety of discs. Picking up like some crunch bars and pitch like that, some hit type fries aspects like that, getting like a frozen burrito, since that pitches some Chex Mix definitely within these phrases kind of aspects as far as aspects as far as these players going to have this kind of the pitch of this extra type products, zigzag type run since the best. This is kind of the tone of this. Within those particular type fairs, it's kind of pitched whether or not that from like the complex kind of amongst, I think apart from 3-6 Mafia, Project Pat, some stuff folks kind of within pitch, it wasn't as full bound within the type pitch. It's a really rampant kind of snack run type fair happening 98, 99, 2001, some stuff pitches. It's kind of various like that was starting to align pitch like that, but system hit type feels it's a real good buzz type tune that just has like it's greasy, but it has commercial enough gloss about within those type pitches to kind of be candid within some stuff. It's kind of like a breakthrough. So good street type single pitch like that. Let it flows, the hitting type ones like a homestead cleanup to get towards here and follow through as far as these pitches can have. Another good kind of fabulous type one within certain type aspects. Good pitches here. Just come through half the things for gals for this would be more or less like the muscle fair, the come through half the things for gals as far as these pitching happens. So within those aspects, it's kind of a steady type one. So it's kind of pitch when you say, oh, hey, I'm going to clean up the house or some of these type fairs, I'm going to take you out to movies, or I'm going to do this particular such and such product. Some of those type pitches, this is the aspect. You might have said that sort of shit Monday, Tuesday, but now it's like the Thursday, Friday where you're actually going to do it. Some of those type fairs, so it's kind of the product of this being the composition kind of about it. Definitely liberates as far as those press games. It's just the pitch as far as getting towards the product, just like the aspect. Not just bullshitting, and even with the aspect, if there is like mild amounts of bullshit in there, just an aspect of being an ass album is kind of fair as far as saying gal's still gonna get tore up pitch like that. So this price for us saying some stuff phrase. Pick up like the special nail polish, some of the pitch aspects like that, some of the hit type peels, just hell, champagne and Krispy Kreme pitch like that. Now within the obviously prototype fairs, whether or not within the product of going out for like a particular motel type stay, some of the pitch this aspect like that. But the prototype price within the pitch behind is within the aspect of the funds going on. The aspect like the funds going along with the pitch like that. But the hit type feels for the first guy, just good nice come through, just follow up type punch with only for you pitch like that's a good nice phrase. I think the last one I haven't talked about on here. I think the last one I haven't talked about off here, pitch like that, is shoot 'em up and bang bang as far as the express can go. Sexton type pitch is like a great bull pit and backyard, kind of smoke several. I'd say good pitch like that. Just hollow a spell with your pals, pitch like that. It's kind of post up type phrase. Some of these type pitches, just nasty. Particularly crump typeness within a turn up type fashion, very similar to like Bring It Back by Lil Wayne. Some type ones, Cash Money Millionaires pitch like that. Some hit type PLs, Birdman Jr. Definitely get some nachos and fairs like that in your system. Get the ones with the jalapenos. Some type pitches, the product like some good delectable type aspects to really tear through pitch like that, to just be super torched as fuck pitch like that, and kind of gets the product that's eating the whole house out. Meme pack being real loud pitch like that, so some of those stuff probably kind of pay attention to it. This meme pack being real loud pitch like that, some real hitting type ones pay attention towards pitch like that, like there's hit type phrase like Don't Be a Menace to South Central. Some of those type ones next Friday pitch like that. Some of those hit type feels. The Pinky memes are probably pretty hitting folks like that. Pinky's pretty funny from like next Friday pitch like that. So some of those hit type feels aspects like that. Just being able to say some of those type pitches. I think there's one last more. I think there's one more type 1 I haven't talked about off here pitch like that, which is real niggas and real bitches as far as the express can goes. Hitting type 1s like some on. Just being on some Tupac type rile, kind of get towards here. Just Manny Fresh type snap. To be like some Manny Fresh type snaps, I'd say pitch like that. Just some set out, kind of get towards here pitch like that. Grab like some tacos, just some late moves, kind of get towards here pitch like that. It's kind of a Tupac type aspect, like Ambitions as a rider and some type ones like that. Hit 'em up, not quite as full bound ferocious as Hit 'em up, but just some of those type pitches, kind of aspect of one of those type ones. Now I need to get re-familiar with some of those type pitches amongst like the BG type varieties of like Checkmate. It's been probably since like late 2000s, early 2010s since I full bound listened to Checkmate. Some of those type ones with the pitch, as far as saying, definitely some of those hit type appeals, just basically those particular aspects. Some of those hit type tunes from like eras of like Lil Wayne, like 500 Degrees and pitch like that. Some of those hit type aspects with good nice pitches. Definitely reminds like big timers on like some of their type ones, like Big and like particular. Put your shit up, some of those type ones like that. Good excellent pitches there, but it's kind of probably like some good turbulent kind of ride around pitch like that. Get some tacos in your system. Definitely just later shift type moves. Probably more 645, 745 pitch like that. Some of the stuff probably with good nice pitches there. Later type prime time type tear up pitch like that. So hit type appeals within these aspects. So yeah, this one 10 out of 10 within these pairs pitch like that amongst these type varieties. Probably within the hit type aspects. When I get to disc 2 later on, it's probably going to be disc. It's going to be the same sort of damage pitch like that within the excellence of it. So good, nice phrase. Social score I'm going to go ahead and give. Then pitch, I might give the social score, and the quality of it would get a 10 out of 10, but the actual more casual type fare amongst it might be more of like a 9.75 within these pitches, just as far as saying it's not the product that it doesn't have the quality on here. It's just the pitch as far as saying it just does not have like the rampant kind of tune. It's kind of the pitch that BG within these type phrase is just the aspect that he's just less kind of commercial than like particular Juvenile and Lil Wayne. That's not to say the quality is not on here, but it's just the pitch as far as it just feels like he's more kind of shoehorned like the product, just like bling bling, and he had plenty of more rampant type albums in the pitch, like going throughout the 2000s and some of those type phrase pitch like that, but it's just kind of feels as far as saying it's just not as it's not as commercially kind of ferocious within those aspects. Not to say it's like snob, it's just a pitch. Some of these type ones, these club type tunes on here, the ladies gems are on here as well, pitch like that, but it's just kind of more with like the raw type factors. It's just kind of, if you're looking for like kind of like Silk the Shocker and like Tupac and like his more edge type factor, like albums like Thug Life from '94, some of those type pitches, and Still I Rise with the Outlaws from 1999, some of the pitches like that, in particular type phrase, Master P and like the Ice Cream Man type days, and like the 1995 album, which I forget what the name of that one was, particularly it's not the commercial gloss like Ghetto D and some stuff ones, but it is a pitch like definitely Ice Cream Man era kind of Master P and pitch like that, some type of feels mystical in like 98, not so much 2000 with like Shake Your Ass, but just more 98 kind of mystical, 98, 2000 kind of big timers, not the hood rich type era. It's just kind of pitch. It just kind of, it feels more like the album before the album. That's the problem with like the pitch behind BG. He got like an early bird type hit with Bling Bling, but in terms of like manifesting like the 2000s, he kind of stuck with like the more street and raw type edge that kind of apprehended like the concept of him getting like those bangs. He was one of the few type folks that didn't have like a hit like You Don't Know Me by T.I. or 24s by T.I. or Go DJ by Lil Wayne or Slow Motion by Juvenile Sons to pitch. Just the aspects for saying that particular aspect, but it's the hit type appeal as far as saying he did have classic albums pitched like that, but it's kind of for it's just not as recognizable. That's why I would say it'd be 9.75 the pitch. It is hit type appeal, definitely. There's some gems on here. Hottest of the hot, I Keep It Gangsta, Do What You Do, sent to ones with some club rips, definitely good type appeal. Some summer romps, just afternoons of just like getting some tune-ups and first like that, miss like the day and kind of engine, kind of shop type scene pitch like that, kind of get to the product like some just fixings up and tidyings pitch like that, some good nice fares of some late shift kind of run arounds pitch like that, pick up like frozen pizzas, go back out, get some swishers, some stuff fares pitch like this. So as a hit type feel pretty, ramp it out in the fray pitch like this. This is the variety, figuring out some extra type pitches, kind of get done within those type pitches. But it's probably like I saying, paying attention towards it within a more just with the avoidance, like the caught up typeness with pitch as far as those varieties can happen. Some ladies type songs as well within pitch like that for like some Girl Next Door and hood type floozies and just overall neighborhood type models and pitches like that as far as those examples. Section type pitches, paying attention towards it. I would say 9.75, but the actual pitch behind the quality on here is definitely the pitch being the 10. It's just the various first hand. It's just the recognition behind it. But in terms of features, like BG did at least put out like a product with Gucci Mane. BG did at least put out a project with Gucci Mane in like late 2023 or 2024 pitch like that. So some hit type appeal as far as those aspects going to happen. But in the particular pitch, he did take a pretty large vacation, quote unquote vacation within those pitches when he went to prison. It's not actually, it's very unfortunate. It's really it's hideously too bad that he wasn't a part of like the Dat Piff kind of mixtape type scene of the 2010s pitch like that, and so on stuff. Phrase was the pitch as far as saying he did. I did review Too Hood to Be Hollywood from late 2009. That is a classic within those type pitches. There is there is at least one previous BG type product that I've done pitch like that. There's going to be more of these, like I was saying, pitch like that, so stay tuned for some of those type ones. A definite pitch of a classic here. Stay tuned for disc 2 as far as these first. I'm definitely some further type wickedness.